Hi, I'm Mike from the Technical Support Department. In this video, we'll be going over the advanced features found in the Pro-C controller. Many of these hidden features can be unlocked by holding down buttons and moving the dial to the desired location. We'll go over features such as programmable sensor override, delay between stations, cycle and soak, program customization, programmable rain off, the Hunter quick check, easy retrieve program memory, reset of the controller's memory, as well as the creation of a program for lighting purposes. The first feature we'll talk about is programmable sensor override. This allows you to assign the sensor only to certain stations. Starting with the dial in the run position, press and hold the minus button, rotate the dial to the start time position, and release the minus button. The display will show station 1 with the sensor being on, which is the default for all stations. If there's a particular station for which you want the sensor to be ignored, you just need to turn the sensor off for that station. The next hidden feature can be found under the run times position, and it's called delay between stations. This allows you to insert a certain amount of time in between the station activations. It can be helpful, for example, if you have a slow closing valve that you want to have a little pause in between when the next valve is firing up. Also, if you're getting water from an underground source, you can insert that time delay to allow that water source to be able to recharge in between stations. To access the delay between stations function, we also need to start with the dial in the run position. From the run position, press and hold the minus button and turn the dial to run times. Let go of the minus button. The display will show the delay in seconds. You can program this delay from seconds up to hours. To program, for instance, a 3-minute delay, press the plus button until the delay time changes from seconds all the way to hours. Hours 0:03 stands for 3 minutes. Another advanced feature is cycle and soak. You'll find this very helpful if you have a very tight compacted soil or you're irrigating in a large sloped area. The cycle allows you to break up the runtime over different applications, and the soak portion allows you to program in how much time you want between the applications. To program cycle and soak, we start with the dial in the run position. Then we press and hold the plus button and turn the dial to run times. Let go of the plus button. The display will show the first station and the cycle field will be flashing. The cycle and soak function is programmed on a station-by-station basis. Therefore, you need to program a cycle and soak period on each of the stations that you desire to use. For example, if the zone that corresponds to station 3 requires 20 minutes of watering, but the water starts to run off after 5 minutes because of the soil or slope, then you will want to break up the runtime into shorter cycles of 5 minutes each. Also, you've noticed that it takes approximately 10 minutes for the water to be absorbed in that area. Therefore, you will want to program a soak time of 10 minutes. So now that we have the 5 minutes of cycle time programmed in for station 1, we need to program in the soak time. And to do this, we press the program button and it brings it to the soak mode. We'll enter a 10-minute soak time. And now station 1 is complete with a cycle and a soak. If you need to go back again to the cycle mode, simply press the program button again. A feature that helps you simplify the programming process is called program customization. As you know out of the box, the Pro-C comes with 3 programs, A, B, and C, and it has 4 start times possible per program. If you won't be using all these programs and start times, program customization allows you to reduce down the number of options. To access the program customization function, start with the dial in the run position. From there, press and hold the minus button and turn the dial to water days and release the minus button. You'll notice that both the available number of start times as well as the programs available will be flashing. By pressing the minus button, you'll be able to reduce the complexity of the program. The advanced mode is how it comes from the factory, all 3 programs with all 4 start times available.
The normal mode implies 2 programs and all 4 start times. And the limited mode has only 1 program and 1 start time available. You can always make these programs available again by pressing the plus button.
Programmable rain off is another feature that you'll find useful, especially during the rainy season. This feature allows you to program in the number of days you want the controller to be off. When the number of days elapses, the controller goes right back to automatic irrigation.
To program a rain-off period, we need to unlock the hidden feature by starting at the run position, holding down the plus button, turning the dial system off, and releasing the plus button. And I use the plus to go up to 6. 6 days left. Once set, we can just leave the days flashing on the screen and turn the dial back to run.
Another helpful feature is called the Hunter Quick Check. This comes in real handy, especially after a new installation. When you commence the Quick Check, the controller will automatically check every station wire path for electrical anomalies.
With the dial in the run position, press and hold the plus, the minus, and both the left and right arrow all at the same time. When you release the buttons, the display will show you all the segments of the display. To initiate the Quick Check test procedure, press the plus button, and you'll notice that the controller will run a quick circuit diagnostic test on all the stations. If the controller detects a short in the wiring, it will display an error message, or ERR, next to the station number associated with the shorted circuit. If everything is working fine, the controller will simply return to normal operation.
The next feature we'll talk about is the Easy Retrieve Program Memory. This allows you to save the programming in the memory of the controller. You'll be able to retrieve that programming in the future if you want to revert back to the original programming.
To save the program into memory, be sure to start with the dial in the run position. Press the plus and the program buttons together for 3 seconds. The display will show 3 dashes moving across the display, indicating that the program is being saved.
To retrieve the original program that was saved, regardless of any program that may have occurred since then, we'll go through a similar process.
This time, you will press the minus and the program button simultaneously and hold them for 3 seconds. Again, the display will scroll from right to left, indicating that the original programming is being retrieved from memory.
The reset feature is one that you want to remember, as it comes in handy if you want to bring the controller back to the original factory settings. To reset the controller, keep the dial in the run position. Open the door to the wiring compartment. At the back of the face pack, you will find the reset button. Press and hold the program, and while you are still holding it, press the reset button for a couple of seconds. Let go of the reset button, but continue to hold the program button until the display shows 12 a.m. This will indicate that the controller has been successfully reset. So the last feature we'll talk about is the creation of a lighting program. This feature allows you to operate your lighting transformer on the same Pro-C face pack as you do with your irrigation. If you're controlling your lights with your Pro-C controller, you will need to have your PX lighting transformer and PX sync connected to the screw corresponding to station 1 and to the common screw. Given that you will be using station 1 to control your lighting, you won't be able to use station 1 as an irrigation station.
To create a lighting program, take the dial to the start time position. Press and hold the program button until L1 appears in the screen. This represents the start time for the lighting program. Program the time you want your lights to turn on. To program the duration, turn the dial to the run times position and enter the length of time you want your lights to stay on.
For more detailed information on the Pro-C controller, please refer to the owner's manual. It can be found at hunterindustries.com. And thanks for watching.